So there's a question that I've asked several big creators, and the answer is pretty disheartening. But I think it is something pretty important that anyone who is planning on going into content creation as a career should know. So what have I been asking? How do you balance your time between content creation, your partner or significant other, and your real life friends? And most of the times I've also thrown in a full-time job in there, because that is my situation, as well as I'm sure a lot of new creators, especially adults. So what has been the disheartening response that I've gotten from those creators? Most of them just laughed, shrugged it off, and said that they don't really manage their time. And some of them even said that they don't really have real life friends, at least outside of other creators. Just those replies reveal so much as to why mental health problems are so prominent in the content creation industry. But after my first year, I feel like I've gotten my way of managing my time and the other things to a point that will be pretty sustainable even in the long run. So I'm not telling you that my way will work for everyone, because my way will not work for everyone, because there is no one way that works for everyone. I am simply giving you a way to help balance that time and manage all of those different aspects of your life so that none of them have to be left out. Then you can look at my way, pick out bits and building blocks to help you create your own way of doing this. All right? Are we on the same page? Good. Let's dive in. So seeing as this is a pretty big and abstract thing, I'm going to help by dividing this into 3 aspects: scheduling, allocation, and attention. Now the first one, scheduling, sounds really boring, but it is the backbone of my entire way of doing this. And I wasn't really one for too much scheduling before I started my content creation, but now I am. I learned, and you can too. I strive to release my videos every Thursday at 6 p.m. Now sometimes I miss that by an hour or 2, or rarely, a few times even by a day. But both the day of the week and the time of day have been decided by looking at my viewer statistics. Now, okay, if that, at that point, if that sounds to you like,
what, are you reducing your viewers down to just statistics already?
No. But it is the only data that I have to go on, especially as a small creator. But setting a day as well as a time gives you a goal to work towards, and it will prevent you from that mindset of, well, I still have time left in the week, so I can still do this today and I'll start work tomorrow. So it stops you from pushing off getting to work when you actually do need to. So setting those as your goal and working with that in your mind for the next few videos, it will teach you 2 things. How long does it take you to make a video? And how much time do you have for the other things in your life? Now the second one is pretty self-explanatory, but the first one is pretty broad. But it encompasses everything that you need to know. How long does it take you to edit? How long does it take you to script? How long does it take you to record? But once you try this and your scheduling starts to take form, we can look at the second aspect, allocation. Now once you get your schedule running, you will start to see a pattern forming. Of course, the time that it requires you to do those things will start to go down, but eventually you will see something resembling a baseline that you can work with. And knowing how long doing each thing, each aspect takes you, will allow you to start allocating the time for the things that you need to do. So if you know that writing a script takes you around 3 hours, and you've noticed that you can divide the time between your videos to doing one aspect of the video each day, then now you know that come Monday, you will have 3 hours that you need to allocate for scripting after your work. And the time after that, you can do whatever you need to do. For me, that allows me to see if my partner is doing something, say Monday evening, and I'll be able to spend that time with her if she's available. Or if a friend asks me what I'm going to be doing on Thursday, then I can, with 90% certainty, tell them that I'll be available after 6 p.m. So right now we have scheduling that gives you the information to start allocating. Now before we hop into attention, let me just simply ask that if you're liking the video, go down there and like the video, consider a subscription to the channel. That will be most appreciated and it helps out more than you think. Okay? Let's hop into attention. Now this will sound incredibly obvious, but it's probably the hardest part. At least it is for me. But when I'm talking about focus, I mean that you need to give your utmost attention to whatever you're doing at that time. Now this goes both ways. When you're making your content, when you're writing your script, you can't be watching a YouTube video right on the other monitor. So close that monitor and focus on what you're doing. But on the other side of that, when you're spending time with someone or you're doing something else than content creation, you need to focus on that. You can't be just thinking about content creation when you're spending time with your partner or with your friends, because that always shows. So just focus on them. You need to be able to turn that part of your brain off, and that is what I struggle with most of all. Because I mean, not only will this help them to feel more valued, but it will help you give your brain that break that it deserves. So why would this be that hard? Why am I telling you this? Why am I emphasizing it so much? Because a lot of big creators will tell you that if you want to make this a reality, then you need to keep on that work. You need to grind. If you're not making content, someone out there is, and they're gonna surpass you. That is absolutely true. If you're not making content, somebody is. If you're taking a break, somebody's working through that break. But guess what? Most likely, those people will also burn out and lose their affection to this whole thing. While if you keep a steady mind, a stable life around your content creation, then hey, you can keep doing this for as long as you like. Patience is key, and you need to know to give yourself a break when you need one. Some people can handle working 24/7 all the time for some amount of time. No one can do it forever. Just grinding and working hard 24/7 might get you that success faster, but it will also burn you out quicker. And especially if you have other things going on in your life that require your attention, then you just need to accept that you're going to grow slower. But if you keep making good content, you're still going to grow. That is an inevitable fact. So that is somewhat how I've now built my life to support my strive for a content creation career, all the while trying to craft a photography career as well. On top of that, I'm also working 4 to 5 days a week. I've got a partner that I spend time with, and I see my friends nearly weekly. It's definitely not perfect yet, and it's required a lot of work to get it to this point. But if you're passionate and enthusiastic enough about what you're trying to achieve, you will definitely find a way that works for you. That's all from me this time. I want to thank you all so much for watching. As always, have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.